was it. Hey, ready? Hey, well, thanks for coming over, and I thought today would be a very appropriate day to share some of my new art, which is the found in garbage art, since today's Earth Day. So, getting ready for the show. I'm hanging up all the pictures, studying them, and each day's worth of garbage equals one picture, so. It would be interesting if somebody actually hung this in their house. All the nice things from Marina State Beach was kept on getting more and more inspired by the actual objects. And so I came up with a couple of sketches here, and this is for the next pictures. And so this one right here is based off this piece right here, which I found a couple days ago. And I'm just going to put them at the top and then have all this other stuff underneath it, and it's going to be called King of the Hill. And the truth is that this little character right here really was at the top of the hill when I found him. And then all this stuff, which was heading towards the ocean, was below him. So he would have been the last to come. So anyway, but in working this out, I came up with this two ideas. And one is with working with all these heels right here. I want to put one where it's just all heels and soles of shoes and call it Lost. And you know, there's a person behind each one of these, and I'm sure by now they're probably not here on the planet, and I'm sure their spirits are out there somewhere. And so it would just emphasize how special each one of these heels are. This piece here, I just want to do a sand dune and just have the intact bottle with all the pieces. Bottles that didn't quite make it. And so this one's going to be called Survivor. So anyway, this piece is called Homeward Bound, and it's It's the objects from the landfill that are all heading down from the mountain down to the ocean itself, and then of course will go in the ocean and then get washed up in various degrees of decomposition. Anyway, so here's the, oh, look at this. So here's the prize right here. Looks like an old plastic fire truck. So I'm just gonna knock off some of the loose dirt. Anyway, this is just gonna be perfect on this picture, so probably right there. Ah, beautiful. So here's today's harvest. Right here. We got the soles. For,
Who says white man
picture.
ain't got soul?
Here it is, sole. So, more. Oh, what a nice piece of glass for the. Here's the glass section. Marina State Beach, and the Marina State Beach is all about a landfill. This is kind of unusual because usually I collect the stuff that's in the water and comes to the surface. This time I'm collecting the stuff that's from the landfill going into the water. This whole series came about because I went to Hawaii. And so the first thing I wanted to do is just go check out the ocean and, dip into the famous Hawaiian water. And it turns out that in that is so much garbage. I couldn't even tell you how much garbage, just huge amounts. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was colored plastic that came in from Japan in the most outrageous array of colors. And that was the first time I thought, wow, if I could do something with this, it's garbage but based on color. That was where the seed of the idea started. As always, it's an evolution. And so the first thing I want to say about this particular art is, first to me, it's part of a spiritual path. And the way it was a spiritual path is that I have no preconceived idea of what the picture is going to be. What I do is I just go with an open mind, and I just pick things that they might have shape or color. I'm hoping that by collecting certain stuff that it speaks to me. So the first one that really, really spoke to me, and it's the Beachcomber. Well, all the pieces were collected at Maccabee Beach, which is right down the street. And I went after a big storm, and on the first collection, basically I built it around this copper piece because it looks exactly like a torso. And then the abalone-shaped head kind of looks like Conan O'Brien, with the little hair thing. So I jumped that together, and then of course there's all these little parts, from the conveyor belts, and I added all that, and just based on the torso, I actually had a spot for the arms. The face was blank, which I really kind of liked, but it was very mystic with the blank face. You can put whatever you want. You get close, there's an eye there that's in the shape of a heart piece glass. And I also found that little mouth right there with a happy face. And so I really had to think, do I want to change the image by adding a happy face and a heart eye? And I thought, well, yeah, because beachcombing is just such a joyous event. That's sort of what I was getting out of it, is just being able to be at the beach and be a beachcomber. So I basically had the eye of an artist with the heart of a beachcomber.
And so this piece is real important because it was one of the early ones, and it kind of set the precedent for all the other pieces. It's sort of like saying this beachcomber went around and this is what happened through the other pieces. I mean, I love this piece, the way this goes that way and then this one goes that way. I mean, composition-wise, I just had so many little exciting moments in composition. And but when I first started the piece, I did this first, and then I was going to start gluing this and do the sand. But when I did this, all of a sudden I looked at it, and I go, oh, this is just too beautiful to actually start gluing stuff on. So I thought, well, I'll just leave this separate, and I'll just make another one just like it. So it turned into low tide and high tide. So this would be high tide, and then when the water goes out, the beachcomber comes over and it does a little stacking. And this is the only piece that's the ocean without garbage or anything. And it's just so serene. I just think that this is the place that we all really want the ocean to be in the end. I got so excited, this fire truck that's all melted. I mean, this is the only toy I actually found. And I just think it's the most, in the world of eBay, it's worthless. There's absolutely nothing about it that would be valuable. But on my art, it couldn't be more valuable. I mean, I felt like I had the whole experience of feeling like I found a treasure. So it's the perspective of what is garbage. And so kind of the show I call the fine art of garbage. So it's where you take what normally might be considered garbage, and now I call it fine art, and I stand by it as fine art. And people always tell me they know of a really good beach full of garbage. And so, I'd like to be invited to places all around the world to pick up their garbage and leave a painting behind. Thank you.